There's just something that draws me into the shadow-shift evening beneath hunching street lights and the din of some crowd on a Kansas City night. You got the clack of the pool balls, the laughter of sluts, the bombast of the drunk with the 10-gallon gut buried beneath the burnished brass of the bar. And there's Cliff with his cue stick and a big fat cigar. And there's the girl that I know with a radio voice, who's twisted up inside like a blue bag of pretzels. But she's got the joke and the winning smile that usually protects her. And I know how it feels to be that someone who's always faking laughter, always has the answers, has it all together. That's why I'm here, drinking dark beer and talking with these strangers. You got rock and roll, blues and soul, pretty girls with perfect curls, painted lips and plastic kisses to keep your mind from burning time in the alleyways where the bullies hang, with no other mission than to kick your ass and keep right on kicking. So I keep dropping bills on top of the bar. Look at me, baby, I have come so far. I'm smoking like a chimney on a 3-dog night. I got my ale and my whiskey and I'm feeling alright. The last call's coming and I gotta go home and face that mirror when I'm all alone. But for the austere walls and their paint all chipping, a bed, a blanket, and a fucked up ceiling, and a flip-flop night as I'm waiting for tomorrow so I can hit the street and find a beat to distract me from my sorrow. Until evening comes and cabs start prowling when the drinks are...
Celery. Celebratory. Salacious. Scintillating. Scintillating celery? Really? Okay, moving on. Cabbage. That's a tough one, okay. Cribbage? Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, I could write a poem about cribbage. I don't even know how to play cribbage. All I know is a poet invented the game. And guess what? No one's reading his work either. Okay, let's focus. Cabbage. Cottage. Veins. Cabbage has veins. Verdant veins. Verdant veins of cabbage. Now that has potential. Oh my God, look at that. Now that is exquisite. It's flawless. Now how's that even possible? How's it possible that I'm standing here in the middle of the night contemplating vegetables? Aren't I supposed to be out getting drunk or something? But no. I went to school for 8 years so I can teach English composition at a city college. So I can publish poetry in journals that no one reads and wander the grocery aisles in the middle of the night like some homeless schizophrenic. No, scratch that. I'm not even that interesting. I'm just a guy in a sexless marriage who makes just enough money to stay trapped in this beige and banal life that I've created for myself. Who knows? Now, maybe the application for tenure will get picked up this year. Who am I kidding? Yeah, I don't play the department politics well enough for that to happen. Adjunct professor ad infinitum. Now, get used to it, Thomas. This is your life. Poetry. A newspaper with poetry in it? Yeah, what kind of madness is this? I'll be damned. Open mic poetry. Huh? Why not? It's not like I have anything else going on. What's the worst that could happen?
And you're telling me they just walked in and started digging?
I shit you not, that's exactly how it happened. 1 minute, I'm sitting here going through my email, and the next thing I know, these 2 people come walking into my office and start asking for files. I had no warning, none whatsoever. You want to explain that to me?
Jared, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I knew the Board of Trustees hired an independent auditor, but I only found out about it 3 days ago. I figured there'd be more time. So you're telling me they're there right now?
Yeah, right now. They're out there right now looking at my files. I'm telling you, Bob, they came in here on a mission.
Be honest with me. Do you have anything to hide?
Nah, I mean, nothing they're gonna find anyway. It's really more the principle of the thing. I mean, it'd be nice to know a little in advance if the stormtrooper's gonna be coming in here and running a microscope up my ass.
Hey, I said I'm sorry, okay?
Okay, I forgive you. You might be interested in knowing, though, that they're gonna be looking at publications next.
What? How do you know that?
I heard them talking about it. One of them said they thought they were starting with publications, and the other one was like, no, that's next.
Well, thank God they hit you first.
Your empathy is so moving.
How long do I have, do you know?
They said they'd be done with my audit in maybe 5-6 weeks, so probably end of semester, maybe right after finals. You gonna be okay?
Well, the records are a mess, but all the pieces are there. I mean, we should be fine. Everything looks legitimate on paper, but I've got to get those files in order before they're done with your audit. I don't want them in my business any longer than necessary. If they were to go in here right now, I'd be dealing with them for the rest of the year, and nobody wants that.
True enough. But who, pray tell, are you gonna find for that shit job?
Somebody ambitious.
No time for positive creation, cause dreaming is out of season. Jazz, pop, funk, rock, rhythm and blues. Music to
all the
my
salts I'm
soul.
ingesting, I'm quite sure that they will pop and push a saltwater tide throughout my entire house until the pressure becomes so great that it busts out all the doors and windows and begins to flood the streets and washes away children and bicycles and stupid lawn ornaments, and I want a cigarette and I'm quitting smoking.
The way your lips press to mine make me want to discontinue time, pressing pause, making the connection last an eternity. Building a dynasty with you is what I see. Our meeting on this night is not a coincidence.
And not this corporate leash, handpicked by you to match my shirt, that drags me down to cubicle plantations where wage slaves
I guess
sit.
that blank look on your face is supposed to make me believe that you never noticed all this time when I would see you how it would grin instead of just smile. And you never saw how my eyes would widen. Not in surprise, but because I was trying to take all of you in and commit the moment to memory. What about
No,
all the
rather than
times you
destroy,
talked
our task is to uplift. The black of the white into grays we can shift. Good and evil is not one simple dichotomy, but a complex system of veils where light ought to be. So why good or evil is not right or wrong, just as black or white is not weak or strong. We've got to change the way we see things, open up our hearts, and toast to new beginnings. Thank you, everybody.
All right, now we're coming down to the end of the list. So that means that the show is almost over, but it's not over yet. Now, I've been told that we have a virgin in the house tonight. Yeah. Don't worry, we're gonna be very gentle with you. Now, I've been told that this poet teaches English at KCSU. So, we're gonna keep this momentum going. I want y'all to put your hands together for Thomas Gideon.
Thank you for the welcome. I really appreciate it. It's hot here. I'm really out of my element here. I have written for a really long time since I was little. It's been basically a compulsion, but I've always written for the page. So this is interesting to me, but like he said, I figured I would give it a shot. I'd give it a day in court to come and read to regular people. I mean, real people. You know what I mean. This poem is a union of free verse and form. I do that by paying attention to meter and rhyme, but also at the same time not letting it define, what the poem is, if you know what I mean. Is that, basically up here reading to you, trying to convey things, it's very hard because literary nuances like rhetorical line breaks and alternate spellings are lost. You'll never know that. So you'll have to keep that in mind. Please bear that in mind whenever hearing the poem. This poem at this point doesn't have a title. So if you're inspired by it, or have any ideas for me, I'll be hanging out after the reading. So
are you gonna do the poem or what?
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Here it is. Here it goes. Vegetable shopping at 4 a.m. when the leather hands of grocery stock boys straighten the ranks of peppers and pears and bananas. The red, ripe apples and the verdant veins of cabbage are all very orderly. There is no injury from storms, no frayed edges or freckles of rot. The illusion is perfect. The potato skin canvas waits patiently to be painted with the colors of my hunger. That's it. That's the end of the poem.
Hello, Mona. How was your day?
It's fine.
I got it.
Got what?
I got the promotion, Mona. The job.
What job?
The associate professorship at the university. I put in for it a couple of months ago. We have spoken about it at least a half a dozen times. What do you mean, what job?
Okay. So is the promotion come with a raise?
We don't need more money, Mona. Okay, we're doing just fine. But if you must know, yes, it comes with a little pay bump. But mainly it's just an opportunity, you know, for me, for forward movement.
Movement towards what exactly? Poetic fame and immortality. Please.
Hey, be fair, okay? You've got your music, and I've got my writing. I'm a poet, and the job as an associate professor at the university allows me to get that much closer to my goals, my dreams. You know, why can't you just be happy for me?
I'm happy for you, Tom. I would just like to be happy for us too.
And why can't you understand that being happy for me right now is a big part of being happy for us? Come on, Mona, we're married. My success is our success.
That's great, honey. Congratulations. I'm really happy for us.
Really?
That reminds me, some guy called for you yesterday. Or was it day before yesterday? I don't know, I can't remember, but he wants you to call him back.
Who? Who wants me to call him back?
I don't know. Let me think. It was a Robert something.
Robert something? Was it Robert Ingbold?
Yeah, that's him.
Jesus Christ, Mona, that is the Dean of Humanities. He was probably calling to tell me that I got the promotion. Why? Why are you just now telling me this?
I forgot.
That's just unfucking believable. Yes, Dr. Ingbold's office. Hello, this is Thomas Gideon. I'm actually returning a phone call. Yes, I'll hold. Thank you. How could you forget something so important?
Pardon me.
Yes, Dr. Ingold. Yeah, hello, this is Thomas Gideon. Bob it is then. Hey, you please call me Tom, all right? Yeah, well, I just got the message that maybe a couple of days late. I apologize for any inconvenience or delay it may have caused. Well, that certainly sets my mind at ease. Yes, I actually just received it in the mail, and I cannot tell you how pleased and excited I am that you've afforded me the opportunity. Yes, I am married.
Yeah, I have a lovely wife, Mona. Oh. Hey, we would love to.
Would love to what?
Yeah,
What are you signing me up for?
tell you what, you just tell me when and where, and we will be there. Friday evening? Sounds great. Yes, I know exactly where that is. Well, then we will see you there. All right. No, thank you. Thank you, Bob. Have a good day.
I better be getting a new dress or a new pair of shoes. You know what? Make it both. Dress and shoes.
Great. Why not?
Whoever this guy is, he looks successful.
You mean that he's got a lot of money. And success isn't always money, Mona. But if we are financially speaking, he looks like he's doing fine for himself.
Tom, it's good to see you.
Thank you.
Welcome to my home. And who is this radiant creature?
Robert, this is Mona. Mona, this is Robert Ingvold, Dean of Humanities.
Please, call me Bob. Please come in. Tom, Mona, this is my unfortunate half Ginger. Ginger, this is Tom, the young man I've been telling you about. And this is his wife, Mona.
It's nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you both.
Have a seat. Tom? What can I get you both to drink?
I'll have a water.
Are you sure? I can make just about anything.
Can you make a cosmopolitan?
Excellent choice. And for you, Tom?
I don't know. Honestly, I rarely ever drink.
Okay, do you like whiskey or clear liquors?
Oh, clear liquors.
Do you like gin or vodka?
Vodka?
You like limeade?
Sure.
Would it make you a Moscow Mule? Trust me, you'll like it.
I will give it a try. Could I get the water as well, though?
Sure.
So tell me, what services will you be providing for the college?
I believe that's still out there for grabs. I'm not sure.
No, actually, it's a wonderful opportunity. He'll be teaching his current classes, plus he'll take on a few new responsibilities for the College of Humanities until Wilbert Hinkleman retires in the spring. Then he'll be promoted to associate professor. He'll be tenured. Tom, what do you do besides teach? What is your passion?
Well, we share at least one passion, you and I. I write poetry. And I've actually been to a couple of the poetry readings right around town here.
Well, I'm flattered you know my background, but let me warn you, you have to be careful. You don't want to be unduly influenced by untrained poets. They can erode your craft if you're not careful. It takes years of hard work to be a worthwhile poet. Untrained poets write only for themselves. They have no skill. More importantly, they have no perspective. What do you do here?
I'm a musician.
Oh, it's fascinating.
What is that you meant about not having a perspective?
So what kind of music do you play?
It really defies genre. It's more experimental.
Experimentation is the source of all progress. By perspective, I mean perspective. They're young, they're inexperienced, they have no sense of craft or tradition. They don't know what they're doing. They are to poetry what a kindergarten orchestra is to music. I would love to see you perform sometime.
Sure. That will definitely help if you indeed appreciate kindergarten orchestra.
Shut up, Thomas. I'll make sure you have a copy of my CD.
Well, I'd appreciate that very much. I'd love it.
You know what I'd love, Bob? To hear some of your poetry. Have you ever committed a poem to memory?
No, I think poetry is best left written on the page. I don't like to cloud the reader's mind with my voice. I'll get you a copy of my latest book.
That's kind, but I actually have a copy of your latest book.
I thought you said you wanted to see some of my work.
Well, no, actually what I'd said is that I wanted to hear some of your work. But it appears that that's not going to happen. Probably a bad idea on my part. You can ask Mona. I am full of bad ideas.
All the time.
Well, never too late for redemption. There's still time for you. You like chicken spadini?
I don't know. Is it a condition of my redemption?
So what's it like gobbledygook that you guys were talking about? What does he want you to do exactly?
House cleaning. Basically shit work.
So what will you be doing?
Well, at the beginning of the semester, of course, I'll be an associate professor, and I'm excited about it because it'll allow me to serve on various boards, and different committees. And as for right now, pretty much standard protocol, what I'm doing. But I did agree for 6 weeks to sort through some of the old files for the publications board.
Sounds dreadfully boring.
It does sound dreadfully boring. But at the end, I'll have my tenure.
So they're giving you tenure for cleaning their house?
No. Okay, yes.
Beautiful day.
Yeah, it is. It is. I didn't know if you were coming.
Oh, come on, man. Who do you think you're talking to?
Let's not go there.
Right. What's up, man?
I got a promotion.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, at the end of the semester, I will be an associate professor at the university. Which means, most importantly, that I come back in fall, full tenure.
That's great news.
It is great news.
It's not all good news, is it?
No, it's not all good news.
Well, I got the good news. What's the bad news?
Basically, it's a bribe, okay? I got the position, but they're going to put me in a little room with a bunch of files to sort out before they get audited.
They told you that?
Well, no, not in so many words, but that's the deal.
You know what? Let's take a walk. We think better when we're walking.
Yeah.
So, this promotion, what's good about it?
Well, there's more pay right off the bat.
Well, that's good.
And there's more credibility as a writer. I think it'll be a lot easier to get my work published.
Well, that's good too.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of good things, I'm going to be able to teach better classes, the age-old job security, and not to mention, I think I'll have more creative freedom. And there have been writers who have not taught at universities, but it is the tried and proven path to literary reach.
That all sounds awesome. What's bad about it?
I didn't earn it.
You didn't earn it.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know that I know what you mean, but do you know what you mean? Do you have any clue what you mean?
Listening to you, I'm not sure anymore.
Okay. Fair enough. Let me help you out with this. All right? So, you were saying that you hadn't earned it. And I was calling bullshit. Right, now it's your turn.
Okay, so I earned it, but I don't feel like it's being given to me on the basis of merit.
Well, if you've earned it, then it's not being given to you at all. Let's say that you're a book collector and you find out that your neighbor owns a volume of books that you really want. And in fact, there's one particular book, maybe it's worth $1,000, and it turns out he's willing to give it to you if you mow his lawn for a couple of weeks. So, I mean, should that diminish the joy the book collector feels at all for owning the book?
No, I guess not.
Yeah, you guessed correctly. So, The only thing the book collector has to ask himself is it worth it? You know, is it worth mowing this joker's lawn for a couple weeks? And if the answer's yes, pass the fucking sunscreen. If it's no, it wasn't that important to begin with, right?
Yeah, right. You're always right. I listen and you're right.
It comes down to value. Not values, but value. Is it worth it to you to be a part-time file clerk for 6 weeks in order to get tenure?
Well, yes. I mean, obviously that answer is yes.
Let's walk. So how's Mona?
Oh, Mona. Well, I'm married to Mona.
Thank you for sharing such an astute observation with me. Take it not much has changed?
Never changes, man. You know, she is ridiculously tedious, you know? But then again, at the same time...
She is so easy on the eye.
Well, you haven't even seen her naked.
You got selfies?
Come on. No, but really, naked or no, she's an emotional vacuum, you know, all the time. Hell, even in bed.
I think you should write that poem.
Wow! And that was Penelope Bourgeois! All right, we got this next poet coming up. Last week, we had someone come in for the first time, so he's back again this week. I'd like to put your hands together for the professor, Thomas Gideon. Yeah! Come on up here.
Hello again. Thank you. I'm going to read a poem tonight inspired by hot, meaningless sex. Okay, well, maybe not totally meaningless, but, well, you know. If I were a light in your darkness, I could not be the moon caught in the sterility of a cold, stony orbit, never touching the thing to which I gravitate. I'm not content to pull the tides from a dry and frozen distance. Even now, I feel the heat of recent friction, the smoldering air of near misses and deja vu. When I leaned in close to you, your scent inspired prehistoric memories. I recalled the soft ridges of a Cretaceous impact crater, smooth-skinned visions on brittle newsprint, a rattling dance in hot winds to the syncopated timbre of hungry instruments. I roared overhead, remembering cooler fires than this intrusive eye contact penetrating the softer places. I was embarrassed and excited as my flames licked helplessly at your treetops. I knew you'd been listening to my thoughts. The air inside your orbit was electric. I felt the rising scent of want in my nostrils, and you knew that they were not accidental. My daring little missteps, the inattentive brushes of arm against arm. And you were unwavering as my mind spun with internal combustion as I burst into oranges and whites and reds, passing through the intensity of your atmosphere, and then I melted into the exquisite agony of your absence. If I were a light in your darkness, I could not be the moon. I could only be a hybrid of meteor and comet, set ablaze in your presence and arching through emptiness on a trajectory back towards the heat of your existence.
All right, stand back, ladies. If you need a change of panties, you might get some upstairs in the bathroom with that device with all the womanly products inside. 75 cents is all you need. All right, thank you.
You know what? As cliche as it sounds, I really didn't even choose it.
Oh man, how does it even happen? You don't choose an academic route, but you still end up teaching at a university? How does that happen? Tom, Jessica, Tom.
Wow, it's a pleasure.
Thank you. Pleasure was all mine. Your work was great in there.
Thank you very much.
I thought maybe you could give me a call sometime. I'd love to talk about what inspires you.
Sure.
You guys have a good night.
Bye, Jess.
It's like the 10-digit passcode to Pandora's box.
Do you know how many guys would give anything for some playtime inside Pandora's box? Seriously, though.
Well, but I'm a married man.
Oh, okay. I get it. Hey, you know. Well, you might well just put that in there for later.
I'll just put it in here.
Yeah, you know,
You
for
never
later.
know.
Just in case. Just in case.
So some of the files originate from the department requesting the printing. These are things that we print or publish sporadically or infrequently, such as advertising materials, playbills for theatrical productions. Less than quarterly, that does not originate this way, is the course catalog. There is a predefined budget for that because they're pre-budgeted expenses as opposed to incidental expenses. This is it.
So, what's it?
This.
Well, how is it organized?
Well, that's an excellent question.
Oh, come on. You got to help me out here a little.
So, okay, the stuff, the budgeted items are mostly over here. There are some things that are in this file, mostly the work of graduate students and teachers' aides.
Oh, okay. So, departments here, bookkeeping here, for the most part. Right, yeah, I got it.
Good. Now, the stuff originating from the departments get denied. They send a request to the Publications Board for printing services. The Publications Board approves you'll have the request, the approval, the work order, the invoice, and the delivery confirmation.
Oh, okay.
And then there's one whole drawer that's organized by the name of the individual making the request. At the time of the request, so you'll know where to put the files.
Are you telling me there's no digital copies of this anywhere?
Well, of course there is. I mean, the printing company has digital records. The printing company is using some antiquated program and can't give us the files in any kind of searchable. Bookkeeping has digital records too, but all bookkeeping keeps track of is the order number, the request date, the delivery date, and the cost. Billing on the department end. If you want all the details of the order, have to go to the Publications Board's records for that.
But this room is the Publications Board's records, right?
Well, you catch on quick. Now, the stuff originating from bookkeeping is a little simpler.
Okay, yeah, got it.
Oh, good luck.
I'm just a fish in a bowl. My water's running low, and nobody knows my name. Nobody knows my name. And I'm just one more inch away from my great escape. Just a rat in a cage that tried to feed me to the snake. And nobody knows my name. Nobody knows my name. It looks like I might live to see another day. just not all the time. I've tried to sweep it away, thrown it on the floor, numb my mind like I done the night before. It's no use, I got no excuse. Something, 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 oh, it just ain't right. No. You know my hands move, baby, in the wrong direction of my feet. My mouth says things, baby, I didn't mean to speak. I can move all the pieces around, try to make up look like it's down. I can shake, baby, rattle and roll, it's all that just ain't right. No, no.
Practice ran pretty late tonight, huh?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to wake you. Yeah, I just lost track of time. We were in the groove.
I'm sure you were.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Just, I'm sure that you were in the groove if you were practicing so late.
Oh, yeah. Not tonight, baby. I'm tired. Okay.
Sure.
No, no, it just ain't right. No, no, it just ain't right. Oh, no, no, it just ain't right. Oh, no, 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 it just ain't right.
That's more coffee, Mr. Gideon.
Yeah, that would be great, thank you. Jay, how are your grades?
They're good. Oh, they're better. I'm taking less hours here, so that's helping out a lot. I heard you got tenure though, so congratulations on that. Is it different or anything?
Well, thank you, and it's a nightmare as of right now, but I think the hard part is mostly over.
Nightmare how?
Well, they have me sorting out a lot of paperwork and file for the publications board, and it is honestly a cluster. But I'm basically through with the difficult part.
Does Inklo Incorporated still have the university printing contract?
They actually do, yeah. Do you mind if I ask how you know that?
I'm Melinda. I'm an account executive with Dillard Offset Services.
Right, yeah.
So we bid on that contract every year and we never seem to get it.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know. It's a lucrative contract, which I'm sure you know. But Inklo seems to have it pretty locked up. I mean, last year we bid really, really low and we didn't get anything, not even a nibble.
Well, you know, there's a lot of facets involved. I know that. I mean, I know that the periodicals alone per fiscal year run about $250,000. Then you've got all the other projects that are going out on work orders, possibly talking about $500,000, $750,000.
I don't mean to be rude or presumptuous, but your figures have got to be wrong. You must have overestimated because we bid less than half of that. I mean, our bid was $120,000 on the periodicals.
Well, my figures are not off. I can guarantee you that. Okay, I've been up to my eyeballs in paperwork, and they actually spent $248,000 and some change on the periodicals. Saw it with my own eyes.
Well, okay, let's just assume your numbers are right. But I mean, let me ask you something. Does it make sense to you that the university would spend $100,000 more than our bid with a printer that's located, 50 miles away, when there's a substantially less expensive option within walking distance of the admin building?
Well, no, it doesn't make sense. But at the same time, I don't have the facts here in front of me. Let's be honest, most universities are bureaucratic clusterfucks, and mine is no different.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, I would like for you to get those facts and give me a call. I mean, let's just assume that everything you've said is correct. All your figures are right. Perhaps there's an issue with the bidding process itself, or maybe there's a snafu in the fine print, and you could personally be responsible for saving the university hundreds of thousands of dollars.
And I suppose it wouldn't hurt you at all either, would it?
What's it gonna hurt to look into it?
You already knew what to do.
You gonna do it?
I don't know.
Well, you don't know much, do you?
Apparently not.
It's good that we're out walking.
You know how it goes. I always think better when we're walking.
I know, right? So, pros and cons. Let's have it.
I wasn't hired to look into the bidding process.
True.
And I definitely wasn't hired to go snooping around in the files.
Well, you weren't hired to jerk on your dick either, but you've been doing that about 47 times a week, so.
Yeah, but I don't get paid to jerk my dick off.
Yeah, but you don't get paid to look into this either. I mean, you gotta think about it like intellectual masturbation. And it's nobody's business what tickles your intellectual curiosities, you know? And besides, you missed the whole point of the question.
What question?
Pros and cons, gains and losses, buddy. Let's calculate the odds. That's what we do.
All right. Well, first off, if I don't look into it, I'm always gonna wonder.
Pro.
And then, there's a chance I'll come out looking like a hero.
Pro.
If I run into something, it might actually propel my career.
Big pro.
And I just really, really want to know.
Giant fucking pro. So, what's bad? What's bad about it?
Well, I definitely run the risk of pissing somebody off.
Could be a con. Would you get fired?
I don't think so. I mean, these are all public records. It's a state-funded school. Nothing I'm doing by looking into this is illegal or even unethical for that matter.
So you're gonna do it?
Yes, I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna talk to you about something. I think Mona's having an affair.
Oh, why would you even say that?
Look, I'm sorry. I look at the facts. I calculate the odds. She doesn't return your text messages. She doesn't tell you where she's going or where she's been. She comes home twice a week with her hair all fucked up like she's been doing cartwheels in a wind tunnel, and then she scurries off to the bathroom to clean up. I mean, I'm sorry. These things could be innocent. It's mathematically possible that these could be innocent things, but,
Yeah, I know.
you gotta talk to her about it. Or find somebody to fuck.
Yeah, okay. I'll do one of those things. Hell, and maybe I'll do both. Or maybe I'll do nothing, but it definitely stands in that order as of right now.
Okay. I'm glad you've thought this through.
Yeah.
Professor Gideon. Hey, Professor Gideon. Professor Gideon.
Whoa. Hey, Nick. Really startled me.
Oh, it's okay. It looked like you were in a trance there for a second.
You know, I kind of was, but hey, I am wrapped up for the night, and I'm gonna get out of your hair.
Oh, it's no worries. You might need that, man.
Yeah, that's...
I just need to get your trash.
You're fine. Thank you. All right, take care.
Heaven above, hell below. I am a man of deep sorrow. I don't got a lot, but I give all I got. I got the blues deep in my soul. Yesterday's gone, tomorrow may never come. When the sun goes down and the night is young, that's when I'll sing my songs. When the moon hangs high, you can hear me cry. Life passes fast in the blink of an eye. Fight spot won, fight spot lost. We all got to bear our cross. We're damned if we do, and we're damned if we don't.
Mona! Mona, are you home?
Cracks in your eyes haunt me now. My heart is wrecked, it is blind, it is proud. Just like a clown, I laugh and cry. When you're not here to keep me high, oh high, I'm kicking sand so desperately. A room full of horses just trampling me. Someone told me it'll be okay. You can have that guitar, but we're gonna take her away. They said, hey Johnny, now what is wrong? Can you love a woman more than you love sad songs? I said, Cupid, don't you know, fool? When you hear one, when you've been schooled, take it easy, you have your hell. Don't kill your companion when your companion is yourself. Well, I'll lay down when you go. I eat the roses, the stems, the thorn and all, you know. Well, this is my stupid life, you see. I'm in love with the words spilling out of me. Cracks in your eye haunt me now. My heart is wrecked, it is blind, and it is proud.
Yes, hello. I was wondering if you could direct me to the person who handles the bids or bidding process? Sure, I'll hold. Yes, hello. My name's Thomas Gideon. I am a professor over at KCSU, and I was wondering if you could assist me with the bid process. Basically, they had me going through a lot of paperwork for the publications board. Yes, that's right. Yeah, anyway, I was calling in reference to a bid that you put in last year for the printing contract. Right. Okay, and you're familiar with that bid then? Great. I was hoping to be able to iron out a few details regarding that contract. I would love to see a copy of it if that's possible. Yeah, can you send it to my email address? Fantastic. Yeah, it's tgideon@kcsu.edu. KCSU? Yes. Well, yeah, I was wondering if you could possibly put me in contact with the person who handles your bids or the bidding process. Oh, she is. All right, well, can I possibly leave you my name and number and she can give me a call when she gets back to the office? That would be great. Again, this is Thomas Gideon, 816-555. To my email, I would greatly appreciate it. Yes. Yeah, it's tgideon@kcsu.edu. Yeah, that's T Gideon. T as in Tom, Gideon as in Bibles in hotel rooms. Right. Right. Well, I really appreciate it. I will greatly appreciate it. Yes. Yeah, it's T Gideon at KCSU. I know, these bureaucracies have a terribly difficult time keeping track of anything. Well, I really greatly appreciate it. I do. You're definitely doing me a favor here. Well, you bet. And I will certainly tell the publications board how helpful you've been. Thank you. You as well. Really?
Okay, welcome to Can I help you? Okay, please come my window.
Hello?
Hi, Jessica?
Yes, this is she.
This is Tom. We met the other night at the poetry reading.
Oh, hi. How are you?
Surprisingly okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Just picking up some lunch before heading back to the salt mines.
Oh, did I catch you at a bad time?
No, not at all. How can I help you?
I was actually calling to see if you were going to the poetry reading tonight.
Are you?
Yeah, I planned on it.
Well, then so am I.
Great. Do you maybe want to grab a drink or something afterwards?
I would like that. I think that would be nice.
Well, all right then.
I'll see you there.
It's a date.
All right. Bye-bye.
Get up, Mona. It's
It's afternoon already. Well, your bid didn't even get considered. The only bid that got considered, or even received for that matter, was Inkwell's. I literally had to call every vendor on the list and have them resend a copy, and none of them were as high as Inkwell's.
I knew something fishy was going on.
Yeah, and I can't prove who's in bed with who, but what I can prove is there are 6 bids here that didn't even go up for consideration. And obviously there's someone or somebody's out there siphoning thousands upon thousands of dollars from the university's working budget.
Who do you think's behind this?
It's gotta be Ingvald, right? I mean, he's the only one with the power and the autonomy to pull this thing off. My guess is that it's him, and he's linked up with somebody on the top of the food chain at Inkwell, and together they're splitting the spoils.
Okay, well, this is good information. Thank you for all your work.
Wait, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go blow the lid right off this thing. What are you gonna do?
You know, it's Friday. I'm going to take the weekend, and I will probably bring the information I have in and give it to the Board of Trustees. I'm gonna let them figure it out. You know, this is not my circus. They're not my monkeys.
Tom, this is criminal level fraud we're talking about here. KCSU is a publicly funded school with taxpayer dollars. This is no joke. Heads are gonna roll because of this. You need to spend the weekend thinking about how your head is not going to be one of them. Because in real life, the good guys don't always win.
Yeah, since when am I one of the good guys?
Boys and girls, poets of all flavors, put your hands together for the Professor Thomas Gideon! Yeah!
Hi, everybody. I'm very excited to be here, and if I'm not mistaken, a few of you are as well. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to start writing into my poem tonight. This is a little something I wrote recently called Slaughterhouse Ruminations. I didn't ask to work every day, and I haven't the faintest idea why I spend hours on cash as though I have an infinite supply to waste on all of this meaningless bullshit. But I spend, and I spend because there's always another stretch of sunlight, another lazy evening left to read that book, to love that woman, to satisfy my purpose, to lie in the park with a bottle of wine. But it's a crime beneath spacious skies to earn substandard wages and exchange your dimes for cigarettes as though you were unaware that the air you breathe has been assessed as having worth and you're already late on payments, right? I didn't ask for income tax or to pay the wages of gun-toting badgers who scour the streets and lock up the vagrants who can't afford to obey the law. I didn't ask to be dropped like a turd into the vortex of a swirling Christian toilet with its unsanitary notions of what's right and wrong headed straight into the sewer. It occurs to me that I should be free to live my life by my own choosing, to earn as much or as little as I see fit in the endeavors of my passion. I didn't ask to be born into the land of the free and the home of the stupid. But I was given American citizenship into the middle class before I even knew I had a penis. I was bred to be fed upon and graze on propaganda, but I am fed up. Because we're all headed to the slaughterhouse. We're all reduced to ashes for assets, and nobody here owns anything more than a little uniform section of real estate. I didn't ask to play a goddamn game that nobody ever wins.
Sure it's safe for me to pick you up here?
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. Poet Boy's at a stupid little reading tonight, and we don't even know our neighbors. They couldn't care less what we do.
If you say so.
So where are you taking me tonight? I think your reading went really well tonight, Tom. It was great.
Thanks. It felt better. I think I'm finally getting a groove, I guess.
I can tell. So tell me how long you've been a writer.
Forever. You know, it's always been my thing, words.
I like words, though words are not my strong point necessarily. I have another passion.
Okay, so you're gonna share? Obviously, you have a creative outlet. What's your thing? What do you do?
I paint. I'm a painter.
Like houses, then?
Not if I can help it. No.
Okay, so how does someone go about seeing your work then?
Well, I guess I could show you some on my phone here. Unless, of course, you want to come and see them yourself.
I'm not the painter, but I'm guessing that actual canvases are always better, right?
Yeah. Do you care to walk me home?
No, walk. You live nearby here then?
Actually, I live in Topeka. That's why I need an escort. I'm just kidding. No, I live right down the street, if you want to go.
I would love to.
Let's go check it out. Come on in.
Oh my God.
What?
It's amazing.
You like that one?
No. I mean, yes, but not that one, all of them.
Thank you.
Seriously, I'm speechless. This will take a while to process. So is it all acrylic?
Yeah, a lot of mixed media, no oils. I just don't have the proper ventilation, you know? But I hope someday to have my own studio and be able to take it to the next level.
Well, you certainly deserve your own studio, Jessica. I mean, really, I am so impressed.
Well, I am impressed with you, Tom. Would your wife mind that you're looking at art like this?
You know, she wouldn't mind me looking at art like this. There are other things she would possibly mind, like maybe this.
fire in my secret dreams. You take me higher. You give me what I need. You give me what I need. You give me what I need. You give me what I Oh, you're the fire in my secret dreams. You take me higher. You give me what I need. You give me what I need. You give me what I need. Oh, you give me what I need. Twisted desire, falling to meet me inside the place where lovers can lovers can
Excuse me, dear. Thanks.
Why are you going so early? I thought your first class wasn't till noon. Don't you work late today?
I actually do work late today, and I really thank you for remembering. But this morning, I've got a little bit of business to take care of. So I've got to leave, right about now. But hey, maybe we'll be lucky enough to catch up later tonight.
I'm still learning how not to be sad all the time. It's getting easier every day. One day I had the time. As long as my head is on straight, well, everything seems to be great. Life ain't that bad after all. At least that's what they say. The roller coaster's not gonna stop today. Upside down and lost, yeah, but it's all the same. Welcome to the strange and lonely place. The roller coaster's not gonna stop today. Upside down and lost, yeah, but it's all the same. Welcome to the strange and lonely place. Some days are better than others. Some days I don't wanna die. But even though the pain never goes away, every once in a while I have a good day. As it turns out, everything turned out. There's not a thing to worry about. You can unload all your loaded guns. You can go crazy and have a lot of fun. 'Cause today is a beautiful day. Yeah, today is a lovely day. So when you start to worry, don't waste your time. Well, everything is gonna be just fine.
Thomas Gideon?
Yes?
I hate to be the one to break this to you, but you're suspended until further notification, according to the dean.
Suspended? What, for what?
Something about misappropriated files.
Oh, that son of a bitch! What about my classes?
He has graduate students covering them until one of the faculty members can pick them up.
Unbelievable.
Sorry.
Unfucking believable.
I'm sorry.
Should have seen this coming.
Tom, you need to calm down right now.
And this is the scandalous son of a bitch you've been with this whole time?
You're home early.
Yeah! You're damn right I'm home early. I guess you weren't expecting me. So you're the one who's been out fucking my wife every other night.
Not every other night.
Every other night?
Every other night? Yeah, go! Get the fuck out of my house!
Are you getting anything?
He's not answering. Probably destroyed it in his little rampage. Just calling every phone disconnected. What the fuck's he gonna do with it?
We have to go back and get it.
If you are that stupid, then be my guest. I am not about to go and have my fucking skull bashed in by the crazy asshole with the baseball bat. No thanks.
All right, you're right. Fuck! I just hope maybe he destroyed the goddamn thing.
We can go back whenever I know he's not there. He's so pissed off right now, I doubt he even noticed.
Oh my. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. It's all right here. This is all the proof I need.
What the hell happened here?
Why? Why must things be so complicated?
It doesn't have to be. It can be simple. There's beauty in simplicity.
Yeah, well, complicated can be beautiful sometimes too.
Well, true, but complicated is always complicated, whether it happens to be beautiful or not.
You know what?
Can you hear that? Listen. What kind of bird is that?
That's a robin. You know, like the most common bird in all of North America.
Right, and you know this because you have this huge, complicated upper brain. You know, that robin has a brain the size of a fucking pistachio. It's up there singing. You're down here acting pissy and looking disheveled.
Okay, so what do you want? Yeah, I mean, really, do you want me to be stupid? Do you want me to go climb a tree and sing a song? Do you want me to tuck in my shirt? I don't understand.
I want you to use that huge, complicated brain to make yourself happy. I mean, if you can't do that, it's of no use to you.
I'm happy.
Really? You know, lie to me? You know, maybe that brain's not so complicated after all.
You know what? Maybe I'm not so happy after all right? But sometimes circumstances forbid our own happiness.
Oh, horseshit.
Horseshit, nothing. I lost my job this morning. And then I came home to see my wife ball gagging the Dean of Humanities on my sofa in my own living room. Now please, explain to me if you can, what about that situation does not forbid my happiness? Really, tell me now because I'm dying to know.
Well, you have to look at the moment really thoroughly. And you have to find the perspective on it that pleases you.
Yeah, that sounds great, except I don't understand a word that you're saying.
Okay. When was the last time you were happy?
What do you mean?
What do you think I mean? When was the last time you were happy?
Okay, you mean long-term happiness.
Don't be stupid. There's no such thing as long-term happiness. There's always something to get in the way of our happiness. You know, you stub your toe, your neighbor annoys you with their lawnmower, you get a call from a telemarketer, you get set back in your job, you find your wife sucking your boss's dick. I mean, these are not happy things, but they don't necessarily keep us from experiencing joy in the moments that follow.
Okay, so what you're literally asking is what was my last happy moment?
Yes.
Well, this morning. You know, right before the clouds opened up and decided to rain shit down on me.
What were you doing?
I don't know. Remembering, planning, anticipating.
Okay, so track with me. So let's say that's the formula for happiness. Okay? What were you remembering?
Well, I was remembering the body and mind of a beautiful woman who inspired me on many different levels.
What were you planning?
I was planning on leaving my wife. You know, taking the information I had and giving it to the board of trustees, knowing well that I may lose my job, not to mention my possible promotion.
But these things made you happy.
Well, yes. Yes, it was empowering.
What were you anticipating?
I don't know. I was anticipating a lot of things, I guess. The future, more poetry readings, more sex with that amazing young lady. The chance to expose Ingvold for the evil piece of shit that he is.
Okay. So what's your fucking problem? You got all those things. It maybe didn't work out the way that you exactly wanted it, but who gives a shit? So you just focus on the things that make you happy. So you still remember the girl.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So take that and every other happy memory you have. Just lump that shit together, and then chances are you are going to live to the end of the day.
Oh, not all the bets are in, but good Lord, I would hope so.
Fucking A. So there's still plenty of time to plan. You can still enact your plan. You can still expose the truth. You can still shed the sunlight on that fucking vampire.
Yeah. Now more than ever.
Hey, you're smiling. Studies have shown that smiling is a symptom of happiness. So, my happy friend, tell me, what do you anticipate? What good may come? Remember, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. It's Marcus Aurelius.
All right. Revenge is sweet, not fattening. Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah.
Right. But, there's no reason to have any concern. But at the same time, you've got to know better than anybody. I have to do something now. I've got to light a fire while this match is still burning.
Just beware that the fires that warm your heart don't become a self-consuming conflagration.
Who wrote that?
I did. Just now.
That's a good one. Thanks.
Thanks. Your match is burning.
Right. I gotta do something.
I know.
I know. To whom it may concern, my name is Thomas Gideon. I'm an associate professor at KCSU. I was recently tasked with the project of organizing files for the University Board of Publications. During the course of that work, I encountered evidence of fraud in the bid process as it relates to the university's printing contract. I subsequently came into possession of emails and text communications that implicate Robert Ingvold, the Dean of Humanities, in a scheme to misappropriate tens of thousands of dollars in public funds. I have enclosed documents which substantiate these allegations. I thank you for your consideration and will make myself available to answer any questions you may have. Sincerely, Thomas Gideon.
From the past on blast, dotting lines. Are we so far in at the same time out of line? How have we come this far out alive? Yes, I hung the light bulbs. Did you see the sign? Still we taking our time, writing out these bloodlines straight to the divine. If you don't mind, I'm blowing whistles, little missiles, as it chisels away at the real problem, essential. Can't hold my tongue even if I wanted to come. Tighten up and twisted, so your ears are forced to listen. Come with it, and maybe it's comical, but to me it's still a bit diabolical. How dare we be taking God's molecules and flipping them out folded? It's hollow and cruel. Not cool, not cool. So are there any more questions now that we're wide open to the lessons of what you think you believe and what I think you make of me? So let's get serious up on this deliriousness. I'm leading with a toast. Get comfy sewing oats. We turning over new leaves, running fast in our cleats. You don't like the way I speak, then it's because the truth reeks. Like tuna in a can, smelling fishy, ain't a fan. Catch me if you can. The time has come to reprimand.
Hey,
No. Is everything okay?
Yeah. No. Okay, yes and no.
Okay.
I lost my shot at tenure. Hell, I lost my job for that matter.
Oh my God.
And caught my wife with another man.
What? With who?
My boss, of all people. Yeah, the Dean of Humanities.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not. I walked in the living room and there she was, swapping his knob right on the sofa. Yeah, it was crazy.
I'm so sorry. It's really not funny, I know.
All right. Yeah. So, there you have it. My marriage dissolved and my career entirely derailed all on the same day. What are the odds, right?
Well, God, I mean, even though we, you know, it's still really painful. I'm so sorry, Tom.
Well, you know what? It was difficult. But I've had a couple of days to wrap my head around it. And the fact is, Jessica, we were miserable. I mean, our marriage was over long before this. And I was going to leave her anyway. So really, what's the difference? The order and how it happened or how it came to fruition, you know? Not to mention, I look at my life now and the future's wide open. I mean, I literally have a myriad of options.
Well, speaking of options, what are you doing after the reading?
Oh, vile, obscene things.
I can't wait.
That's a really hard question because I guess everybody, in their own right, kind of wants to eventually see some form of utopia, but that's not very practical. I'm really just hoping to see from this movement itself is a form of
Okay.
social awakening.
Looks like your new phone's all set to go. Do you want me to go ahead and sync up your account?
Yeah, thanks.
According to the Constitution, I would like to see politicians not be persuaded by money and want to be persuaded.
Robert Ingvold here. Mr. Ingvold, this is Victor Krenneman from KCMT News. Just so you know, I'm recording this conversation. Anyway, how are you doing this evening?
What is this about?
We're running a story tomorrow about the Board of Publications at KCSU. The story will cite evidence which implicates you in the embezzlement of substantial sums of money from the university operating budget.
You bastard. You fucking bastard!
Evidence? What evidence? What are you talking about?
There are pictures. Pictures of you and that woman.
We are in possession of numerous email transcripts.
You made me sick!
You and one
Was it worth it? Was she really worth it? I hope she was fucking worth it because I'm done. I'm done with you, Robert. I've tolerated your cheating because I didn't have to look at it.
And Mr.
But now
Goldblatt
this, look at it!
University of hundreds of thousands of dollars in fraudulent printing costs. How do you respond to these allegations?
No comment.
No comment. No comment. I bet you have no comment, you fucking pig. You've humiliated me for the last time.
Attorney. I've got to call my attorney.
An attorney isn't gonna help you, Robert. I'm gonna bankrupt you. I'm gonna suck every last fucking dollar out of you until you can't breathe. You're so goddamn educated, aren't you? You should have had me sign a prenup, but no, you didn't do that. No, now you're mine, you dirty motherfucker. You are so finished, it'll be like you never even started to begin with. You'll be living in your mother's basement by the time I'm done with you.
While we over here rock starring it, spinning it, spitting it up, all the while looking fly, slyly sipping our Seagram 7 and 7 Up. Watching the swinging doors of our mind frantically open, then shut my bad ear closed. Excuse me while I interrupt. Say what? I see you over there laying butt to butt with some other honey dip. Well, my boots were made for walking, and apparently your alligator shoes were meant for crocking shit.
Yeah, Kira. Coming up to the stage, bring the professor up here. Professor Thomas, come on up here, man.
Thank you. Thank you. It's good to see everyone. This is entitled How I Got Here. It was a procession, passing like clouds on a windy day, or Shriners in a shrill parade, a sequence of heartbeats, a countdown that ended with combustion. I have been so many things. I started as a fish suspended in what I breathe above an ever-moving, unmade bed of ocean. I grew legs and discovered land. I touched your face with trembling hands, invented words to describe the sensation. I've flown on wings and hunted meat, made dwellings both in and of trees. I have followed impulse and instinct and spent a subsequent age crossing my legs in a farrago of philosophical contemplation. And then I found true meaning, truth in the dimming lights of a Friday night when the world tilted on its axis. An accident of destiny, a fluke that completed me, a beautiful irony to stub my toe, tripping over purpose. And there's magic in these hands that look upon your face and sculpt with avarice and delight. Words worth 1,000 pictures drip from my flues, my bell. I am Pavlov's dog, howling loud and following the moon steadily home. And I am making progress, I can tell by the familiar smell of your skin and the hammering of my heart. My feet are shod with purpose, and no snarling paper threats or institutional impediments can dissuade me from the progress I am making in my pilgrimage across the yawning expanse of loneliness that lies in between what is and what has always been. There is logic in my lunacy. And just because the words are only audible to me doesn't mean I shouldn't heed the message. Thank you. Another poem? I would do another poem. I've got fresh ink right in my pocket. This is titled Unentitled. You'll get a kick out of this one. An academic once told me that untrained poets only write of themselves. Opposed, of course, to the likes of him, with the scope of experience so wide and such exacting preciseness that any nuance of him was lost in enjambments or other subtle devices. His problem was he couldn't stand to see teenagers getting their rocks off with such incredible ease when he had an MFA and a PhD in masturbation. He was disgusted with their lack of skill. Those kids should just keep their quills in their pockets and watch him squeeze out some ink for a while. The problem is, all of his efforts were flaky and lifeless. He was so enraptured with his technique that he doesn't even know what it is like to be a poet anymore. Every line should be a crisis, every letter charged with blood and sweat and spit and tears and cum. And frankly, I'd rather listen to somebody who has something dirty to say, something stained with the grit of life, something inspired by a sleepless night. Of course, I do enjoy a clever metaphor or a rightly worded phrase, but if I can't smell skin and passions and memories and moments, then I'd rather not hear it. Maybe that's why I like sexy women better than crusty old men. You know the kind, the ones who are stuck on themselves way more than any neophyte writing of only his or her own mind. So what I'm saying is right. See if you can touch me. See if you can route the lines with meaningful emotion. See if you can make your poem